If anyone's thirsty, I will drink alone. And trust me, actually,
Testing, 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 1, 2. Test, 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 test. Testing, 1, 2.
All right, what's going on, UBA? This is the voice of choice, Sean Dyke Faison, and today we are in, well, that state of mind. We are in an Empire state of mind. The very first match, very first tour stop of the season for the Empire District right up here in Sportsman Bowl here in Schenectady, New York. And we have the pleasure of bringing you Area 51 versus Devilz Rejects. And we are going to be, well, we're going to have the amazing opportunity to witness some well, familiar faces, especially in the PWBA world. We're going to be taking a look at the scratch pair first as they finish up with practice. Representing Area 51, we got Robert Martinez, Ronald Williams, and Liz Culkin. Yes, Liz Culkin herself will be on the scratch pair. As we hear the battle cry of Area 51, already expressing all their aspirations to go all the way to the finish line. Hey, you got the megaphone sound? You're not going to sound it off?
It's okay. That's why I'm the final boss.
The final boss?
Welcome to the 518 downstate.
You already know what it is. You're already getting ready. It may be the first match of the season, but they're trying to make sure that they start strong and finish even stronger. They're trying to get to that place, that special place known as Battle Bowl.
We'll see. Well, not today.
Area 51 definitely getting pumped up on the scratch pair representing Devilz Rejects. We have, we got Bruce Eby, or Bruce Eby, Frank Eichenlob III, and Francis Luzzi.
For accommodating us for this first opening debut, this tour stop. Let's give a round of applause for Sportsman. Also, second shout out I'd like to give to Gabe. Gabe, can you please stand up behind your lane? Everyone knows Gabe. Gabe really helped me out with information on creating this district and helping all the presidents and team owners through this process. And I'd like to give them a big shout out, and we appreciate Gabe. Also to our staff, Mr. Lucifer and Gordon Pepper, in Hollywood. They will be driving a long way to your tour stops for this season. So we'd like to give them props as well. A nice big shout out. Last but not least, I'd just like to welcome all new members. The current members as well that we're in the Metro North district. I want to appreciate you all for staying around and helping this district begin, and this will help us grow in this area. Once again, just please spread the word. You know people outside that are interested in joining the UBA. They do not have to wait until the next season. They can do it now and work in the process, and we'll be able to build this area. Yes, Gabe will definitely do his best to help as he did with this district, and once again, he's very appreciated. All right, so you guys just have fun, play well, and do up in good scores, and now a word from your DM.
I got you.
All right. Great words right there from the CEO of the UBA, Tyno Tate. Definitely giving thanks to Gabriel. That's right. Gabe Criscolo. He really definitely helped out. He's a member of Area 51, but he's also a proud member of the Empire District. This is a new district, so those who are not familiar with this district but have seen some of these teams and some of these jerseys before, the Metro North was one division, and there were a great variety of teams that came from far and wide. Some from the very top of the boroughs, being Yonkers, coming from the Bronx, and coming from those areas, as well as coming all the way from the top to meet down in the middle, coming from Albany, and coming from areas pretty much close to Canada. And split in half, we have Empire District. Shout out to Metro North District as well. But right now, like I said, Empire State of Mind. And already starting off with a strike right there is Robert Martinez for Area 51. Area 51-8, that is. You can't forget the 8, because if you forget the 8, then you're forgetting greatness. And great shot right there by Bruce Ebby right there, starting out with Devilz Rejects with a strike on the scratch pair. Ronald Williams up on lane 9, getting it up and matching the first and keeping the pattern up. Right there was Ronald Williams. Robert Martinez averaging 238. Robert Williams averaging 229. And Liz Culkin, Elizabeth Culkin herself, averaging 239. But right now, Devilz Rejects, they're not rejecting opportunity. They're staring opportunity in the face, and they're trying to knock that door of opportunity down. Frank Eichenlaub III burying it. And Liz Culkin doing what she does almost, well, everywhere she steps in and pushing 10 back. Liz Culkin, definitely an accomplished bowler, the queen bee, if you will. It says so on the back of her jersey. And the first one to blink early, unfortunately, was Frances Luzzy. Still a makeable spare is the 410. There's a bigger chance of missing it, but where there's a chance to make, let's see what happens here. Going for, and at the same time not playing hero ball. It's early enough to go for it, but at the same time, you always take into account that on scratch, as well as all three pairs, every single pin counts. So don't want to leave anything on the table. Got Bruce Ebby up. Bruce Ebby taking his time, getting his ball up the lanes, and pushing 10 back for 2 frames was Bruce. Devilz Rejects are definitely one of the teams that were here, part of the entire, what was Metro North, now Empire District. And that ball, whoa! We almost had a little appearance from a UBA OG being Pat Hollis. Pat Hollis, almost the 2-8-10. But mercifully, he trips out the 2 to 10, only leaving the 8. Oh, and the 7 decides to show its head early. Not his ugly head, but he shows up, wants some camera time. Nice pickup by Ronald right there on his merciful 8-pin leave. Could have been much worse. Eichenlaub III looking to convert his 7-pin. More than likely will. Ooh, coming up high, but still taking everything out right there for Area 51-8. On lane 9, Eichenlaub III definitely handled a 7-pin, no problem. So far, everybody with the exception of the anchor, who will be Frances Luzzy, starting off with clean frames. Luzzy is the first one to have an open frame. Liz Culkin up. And Liz Culkin just stroking it and just, leaving everything with little pins in the afterlife, if you will. Oh, man, Luzzy getting a bad break right there. Coming up a little light, leaving the 7-pin. Much better shot than what he did before. He might have adjusted off of that high drive leave when he left that 210. I'm sorry, that 410. Even though it's a marathon and not necessarily a sprint, you definitely want to make sure that you get early footing and you try to get every single thing back. You don't want to create an early hole. Nice 7-pin conversion for Frances Luzzy. Luzzy needs to stay loose, and he needs to make things happen and make them happen early to try to get a head start. Ooh, and that ball comes up high right there for Bruce. Leaving a fast 8 going high on the head, leaving the 4-7. And Robert Martinez. Good pocket shot, but the 10 pin does not fall. They're all here for the good sport of the game. And shout out to Sportsman Bowl again here in Schenectady, New York, for allowing us to come into their home and thank us for allowing to come into your home and on your devices, however you're going to watch this and however you choose to watch it back. And wow, we almost watched that go into the channel, but it held on, and he takes a little sigh of relief. Yeah, I think Robert knew that ball gripped hard, and he gripped his beverage hard too, and he took a big sip. Yeah, all fingers there, all thumb, and that was all 10 back right there for Aichan Lob III on lane 10 for Devilz Rejects. And Ronald Williams right there. Ron on the road to perfection. 3 in a row for Ron Williams. And the Queen Bee herself taking her time, Liz Culkin. For those who do not know, she is very active on the tour. And she is known for handling business. And whenever she's in your area, she is going to do a lot of great things and more than likely get a house record or two while she's there. Liz Culkin up on lane 9, making it look so easy. So Ron Williams as well as Liz Culkin with matching turkeys to start. Let's see what happens right here. And Francis right there. Francis Lucy right there loves that shot. Little bit of Goldilocks in the Three Bears action. First one was too high, other one was too light, and then that third one was just right. And Bruce up. Ooh, and that one went really, really high on the head right there, leaving the 3-6-10. Let's see what's going to happen right here. Robert Martinez. And Martinez punishes the pins right there on lane 10. So we have strike, spare, strike. All clean, though. All clean. Bruce taking out the 3-6-10, no problem. I've had the pleasure of being on the pair and being on the lanes with both of these teams when my team, shout out to Team Beloved, was a part of this district. Had a lot of great opportunities to come up here and experience what it's like to bowl in these houses right here and get a chance to throw a lot of strikes, but not as many strikes right now as, that's right, as we hear sound off for Area 51-8, Roland. Sorry. His name is Ronald, but I was calling him Roland because he's rolling it well. And not to be outdone on that shot was Frank Aichan Lob III. Ronald Williams with Area 51-8 holding it down on the road to perfection. Let's see if Liz can continue the game of Simon strikes. Simon says strike. And strike she does. Liz Culkin with matching 4-pack. Matching, meat shank. As trademark. Let's see what Francis Lucy does. Seems to have found his footing on lane 10 before. That was frame 3. Let's see if frame 4 he can still keep the ball rolling, keep his foot on the Devil's head. And right there, tickles the pocket right there. And the first double for Francis Lucy. And with the exception of frame 1, all looks good, all is well. He had a really strong meeting with the pocket. The first one a little too high in there. He had left a split. But then spare, strike, seems to be on track. Let's see if Bruce is on track here. Bruce coming in light, and it looks like he has the two pin plus a shadow right there, the 2-8, double wood. Rob Martinez taking his time, getting the ball up the lane nice and smooth. And no doubt about that one right there. 6 frames, 6 clean frames for Robert Martinez. Let's see what Bruce does. Going for his double wood. Ball does not take off. It actually stays calm, and it takes out the 2 and the 8 double wood. No problem. Ron. Front 4. Ron Williams. Lane 9. Let's see what happens here. Gets that ball up the lanes. And area 51-8 showing that they have a lot of area, especially when it comes to both Liz Culkin and Ronald Williams. They got every area covered right now on the lanes. Aichin lob up. And even though we are upstate, might as well take a little trip across the bridge. That right there with a Jersey hit, or depending on where you're from, they call it a Brooklyn hit. I never mind if Brooklyn gets a little shout out here and there. Liz Culkin up. Yeah, she didn't like the way she came out of that one. Great shot, unfortunately. It leaves the 4-pin. So right now, Liz Culkin staying clean. Ronald Williams right now with 5 in a row. Liz Culkin with 4, leaving the 4-pin. Let's see what Lucy can do. Let's see if Lucy can jump all over that. Ooh, almost leaves the 7-10. Almost had a really, really, really big gap to bridge. How ironic is his partner crossed the bridge on the last shot, and he almost left a big bridging gap. He got away with it, though. Liz, no problem on that 4-pin, all over that. Lucy taking his time, looking to stare down that 10-pin. Now, even though Liz did not open, her not striking gives an opportunity for them to not run away as far and create that deep hole that we talked about. And all the way down the lane, takes down the 10-pin with no problem, does Francis Lucy. And we're looking forward to showing you so many great teams up here in the Empire District. UBA all day. And speaking of UBA, right next to me watching these two teams compete is the CEO himself. Ooh, and we almost saw a split right there on lane 9. Tynell, we want to say, hey, what's going on, brother? We want to say thank you before, and we get a chance to say thank you now for not only everything that you do, and we want to give you a chance on the microphone to thank not only Sportsman Bowl, but thank everybody you thanked before earlier on the mic.
Yes, absolutely. Just want to thank everyone in the Empire District who came together, did what they had to do behind the scenes to make this work. It is a small district, but, you got to start somewhere. And we do have a couple of outsiders here just looking to join in the near future. And pretty sure by next year, this district will kind of double its size.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, man. Truly appreciate you and appreciate Phil Chance, appreciate all the other staff that's working this. And they're trying to stay on track and make sure everything goes well. Unfortunately, Bruce did not start. He didn't have a shot that ended well. He has his first open, and we have our first four count right there for Ronald. Ronald did not like the way that ball snapped in hard. Now, and Aichin lob definitely jumps all over that opportunity. That 4 count hurts for many reasons. It hurts because of the way it looks, and it also hurts because he was already on 5 in a row. And that four count definitely affects his pin count as well as the score for his team. He tries to get a little greasy, takes out the back 3 of that double wood right there. So 4 and 3, only a 7 altogether. So that makes things look a little different, or dare I say a lot different. That gives Rejects a chance to really jump in and really jump on the next. And we get a chance to really be a thorn in the side of Area 51-8 as Lucy right there goes up high, and similar to Liz before, leaves a 4 pin on that lane. And Liz Culkin with a great adjustment. If you didn't notice it right there, she held the same line, but she just simply adjusted her hand position to get a little more forward roll and takes everything out. 279 pace for Liz Culkin. And Francis Lucy all over his spare. Now the spares are just as important as the strikes. Strikes may accumulate more, especially if they stack up one on top of the other, but the spares make a difference as well. All closed frames are major frames, and that right there is not exactly how you close frames. Leaving the 4, 6, 7 did Bruce. And right there, Robert Martinez. Rob definitely not trying to rob himself of an opportunity to get an opportunity on the scratch pair to get a long lead. And now I mentioned long leads and holes and all those things. This is the scratch pair. We also later on are going to be checking out Handicap 1 as well as Handicap 2. And great adjustment right there by Ronald. Much better than a 4 count. That 4 count was his only blemish. Hopefully that 4 count does not come back to bite them in the behind. Devilz Rejects wants to take the opportunity and take advantage of the opportunity that was given to them by Area 51-8. Unfortunately, a 7 count right there by Frank Eichenlaub III. Liz Culkin up on lane number 9. All right. That ball had a lot of forward roll on there. It definitely got to the pocket. Did not take out the 10 pin. So 10 pin leave for Liz Culkin. Eichenlaub up. Oh, it takes out everything except the 8 pin. So that is another open for Devilz Rejects that they could not afford. Culkin up. Culkin all over her 10 pin. So both Robert Martinez as well as Liz Culkin staying clean. Lucy right now is, well, only with 1 open. We got 2 opens for Bruce. And we have 1 open for Eichenlaub. All right, that ball's a little tight. Oh, very tight. And 6 count. So the 3, 6, 9, 10 right there. Honestly, is not as easy as it may look to those who do not know bowling. Those who do bowl know that that is a very easy spare to miss, but it is also a very makeable spare. Let's see what happens right there. Let's see if we can take the double wood out. Very direct approach to it. Oh, bouncing off the wall. Nothing like a good old kickoff. That 3 pin was very resilient, bouncing off the back, taking out that 9. And Bruce decides, well, I got one better. Instead of taking out the 9 pin, how about I take out 9 plus 1? Bruce getting back on track. Like he had a little more mustard on that than Mr. Eby. I'm sorry, Mr. Ebby. All right, Robbie Martinez up. Oh, kicking out the 7 and the 10. And, ooh, well, Eichenlaub almost left that San Francisco, that 49er. Almost left the 4-9. Mercifully kicking out the 4. Unfortunately, the 9 is still sticking around. Let's see what Ronald can do. Ronald was looking like he was on the road to perfection. He tripped and fell, scraped his knee a little bit on the 6th frame. 7th frame, he got back on track. Let's see what happens here. Oh, and getting a little mixy. Looking a lot like Rob Martinez's shot right there. Eichenlaub was all over his spare. Eichenlaub doing the last part of his namesake, basically almost lobbing that all the way down there and taking out his spare, no problem. So far, convincing lead for Area 51-8 on the scratch pair. Not only are you getting points for the pair that you win, but you're also getting getting points for overall wood as well. So while you're on the scratch pair and looking to handle business right there, like you saw that Francis Lucy did, you want to hope, and you do hope, that everyone else on all other fronts are doing what they're supposed to do. And Liz Culkin doing what she does, and doing what she does well. Rolling good shots and getting great carry. You want Handicap 1 to do well. You want Handicap 2 to do well. You don't want anyone to be down by a really, really, really large number or a big margin. Because not only are you trying to handle your business, but you're trying to make sure that all other pairs are covered as well. Give them a little good real estate to work with. Give them some insurance. So going into the foundation frame, the 9th frame is Bruce Eby. And that might take a walk to the other side. And whoa! Through the face. In the face. Bruce Eby. And yes, a big smile and a sigh of relief. And another tripped off 7-10. I don't know. I think Rob Martinez got he has a little arrangement with the 7 and the 10 that we don't know about. I don't know who Rob's bartender is, but he better give him a big tip. Eichenlaub going right through the face, and Area 51-8 right there, representing right there. Look at Gabe. Look at the Emperor himself. How come your megaphone don't match your jersey? How come the megaphone doesn't match his jersey, man?
Well, alien green.
Alien green?
Alien green. You look at the alien is always green on our jersey, on all the different color variants.
So not only is the grass always green on the other side, the alien's always green as well.
The alien is always green, baby.
And you know what? The money's green, too. And if they keep making shots like that, that we saw from not only Liz Culkin, but from Ronald, the money going to be just as green as the grass and just as green as the alien. And if I'm any other teams, not only in the Empire District, but Metro North District, Jersey, so on and so forth, keep an eye on these teams because you might see them when we get to that place that we're trying to get to called Battle Bowl. But if you're trying to get down with them, you might as well get some names and maybe hit some people up in their DMs when it comes unholy time. And let's see what not Eichenlaub. That's Lucy. Lucy staying loose. Got a little loose on the lanes. Unfortunately, the 7-pin is hanging tight. And the 10-pin hanging tight right there for Liz Culkin on lane 9. Well, Lucy likes his 7-pin more than Liz likes her 10-pin. but I haven't seen a spare that Liz doesn't like. Lucy taking his time, going up the lanes. And then again, plastic does not move. So he made me sweat for no reason. I was nervous for him. And Liz, even when she doesn't like her footing, she still likes her shot. Yo, I'm not going to lie. I keep forgetting plastic doesn't move. I was like, what's he doing? Devilz Rejects looking to hopefully cut the deficit down, not only on their pair, but they don't know what's going on overall. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know what Rob Martinez is drinking, but he's feeling good. I don't even know if he realizes that he's in the 10th frame or not. Nope, he didn't. He's on autopilot. Look, he's feeling so good with each strike, he didn't even know what frame he was in. The way he's tripping out 7s and 10s, I don't know who the bartender is, but you better tip them. He's throwing good shots, but he's tripping that 7-10 really, really nice. And Bruce right there leaving the 10. He almost left the 8 with it. Ball finished a little light in the pocket. Let's see what Rob Martinez does. And kicking the 10 out again. Nice and smooth is Rob Martinez. Only 2 frames that were not strikes were the 2nd and 3rd. Strike, spare, and looking to go back. Well, back 9, looking to go sheet. Nice spare right there from Bruce. Mr. Ebby looking to stay loose. Looking to cover all his spares. And looking to hopefully stay clean for the remainder of the 2 games. Taco Tornadoes on his shirt. And he's having a tornado of great carry right now. Got his hat to the back. And pushing 10 back was Robbie Martinez. 269. Very, very good start. A start you would love to see on any of your scratch pair, no matter what team you're on. When you're starting out with 260 and better, that's exactly what you want to see from your scratch hitters. Yo, Rob. No.
What?
Tip that bartender, yo. Because the way you was tripping out those 7s and those 10s.
I stink.
You was doing that like you was trying to put out a little bit of a tutorial on how to trip out the 7 and the 10 at the same time, multiple times.
I don't even bowl here.
You know what? I don't know. Well, obviously you bar here. He said, I may not bowl here, but I bar here. And let's see what Ronald does right there. And I thought Ron was going to have to go to the same bar and give a tip out there too. Leaving the 210, did not get a chance to take it out. 224. Looking like 224 is going to be a low person on the scratch pair for Area 51-8. It's a great day if you're a low person on your team and on your pair. Potentially it's 220. But that's what scratch is all about. With scratch, it's all or nothing. With scratch, you don't have handicap to help you. With scratch, you have to put out your hitters and you have to do your thing. Eichenlob, Lob, nothing to sneeze at for his scratch pair. Looking at potential 213 max. Liz Culkin pushing 10 back on lane 10. All over the spare was Eichenlob. 213. Putting up a very good fight. 213 for Eichenlob. Potential 239 for Liz Culkin, provided that she throws all 3 strikes in her 10th frame on lane 10. In a situation where you know you're going to be down, and you are down, this is when you take those area check frames. Look to see what else is working. Maybe even a little surface check. See if you want to hold the same line and go with something with a little more kick in the back. You want to create a little bit of a forecasting moment and see what the weather is for the next couple frames. Lucy there liked that shot. got it down the lane, got all 10 pins back. Let's see if he sticks with that or if he wants to go with something that maybe even gives him a different look.
He fucked up.
Oh no, that's not for you.
No.
Les Coking up. And kicking out the 10, looking very Roberts right there.
Let's put it in. Robert's up there not bowling.
Very good. We even all right. So even though there's no identity crisis as in bowling this division, but it seemed we had an identity situation. So instead of Rob Martinez, we got Rich. Rich, was throwing a Rich full of strikes. He was striking like he was Rich. Liz Coking up, looking to push 10 back right there. And no problem. She definitely took the opportunity to see what else she had in her bag. Francis Luzzi is definitely looking like he's getting ready and getting loose. He's trying to get loose for the next 2 games. He knows he's on the scratch pair. He knows he has a tough scratch pair to deal with, and he's going to have to turn it up a couple notches if he's going to stay on top of that situation.
That's the other thing we know. I'm Rick James, bitch. I told him that. My name's Richard James. Richard James. Rick James, bitch. Rick James.
So right now we have so Rick James instead of Robert Martinez, we had Rick James, and he walked in Area 51's house. He put his dirty boots all over them. So shout out to Robert Martinez. Even though you were not bowling, your name was all over that. Hey, mistakes get made all the time. But Rick James was all over that. Richard James, and we will definitely change that. Rich James with the 269 for Area 51. Even though we said the wrong name for all 10 frames,
it happens.
It would appear now that he's Rick James.
E-Y-E-H. Ow! This is a family program. Oh, my back! My back!
Well,
yes.
Well, and then his two. Well, I'm not gonna lie, Richard James. His 269 was exactly like 5 fingers to the face.
Exactly. Smack! And right now, it looks like the aliens have just landed, and everybody else is just in the way. We're going to overthrow these people's planets. Independence Day. Remember that. Woo!
Well, you said you're definitely going to overthrow everything like it's Independence Day.
Exactly.
And even though it's a little early, the fireworks started a little early. So
we're setting it off straight up. Right now, yes, it is early, but we're just warming up, baby. Warming up.
Hey, you got to warm it up before you get on the road, right?
Exactly. Before we start cooking, yo, right now, chilling, and we're doing our thing, and everybody's looking good right now. Mm-hmm. So, welcome to the 518. That's all I have to say.
There you go.
Bottom line is, I'm from the 718 back in the day. Mm-hmm. Came up here to the 518, told everybody about this. Gabe made this happen. Welcome to the UBA next era.
That's right. And you're a great representation of what I love to call the strong carpet crew. So we've seen the teams in other divisions. And even though they have a lot of people that have jerseys that may not be on the lane, they're a factor. The carpet crew matters. Carpet crews do matter.
Speaking from the old school, I'll say this. Doesn't matter. Bottom line is, there's new blood.
Oh, yeah.
And now the blue blood is feeding into the system. And that's exactly what you need to move on. Because you got my man like Big Red right there representing. And that's exactly what's going on right now. And this is exactly what we want this to do. We want the sport to grow.
Hey, it's all about growth.
Exactly. And I'm still drinking.
And the one thing that Devilz Rejects does not want to grow is the lead. They do not want that lead to grow right now.
Nah, they don't, but they ain't got no choice because, like I said, they're in the way. Overthrow these brothers' planets. Independence Day.
So you either get down or lay down?
Exactly. They're going to lay down anyway, like you don't say Beanie Siegel stuff.
Oh, man.
They're just going to lay down because they got no choice but to lay down. Because whose house is this?
518.
and apparently it is 518 right now. Now 5. Yeah, this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 130-point deficit right now on the scratch pair alone. And we have 101 pin deficit on handicap 1. So right now it is a 231 pin deficit.
And they start round 2.
Right now,
Oh! I came to bring the pain hardcore. Let them know that aliens have planned this. This is our house.
All right.
Let's fucking go!
All right, and we're going to take a look right now over at handicap pair number 1. And we're going to, for handicap pair number 1, representing area 518. Representing area 518, we have up the missus to the madness right now, Elizabeth Criscolo. We got Brittany Stillwell. Oh, Stillwell Ave, Brooklyn in the house. We got and Jennifer Schisler over there for Devilz Rejects. Well, they got 2. They have the blind. And they have Victor Clace, and we have Scott Shocker. So we got Clace and Shocker. They sound like a couple tag teams stepping into the ring. And Liz throwing a great shot, unfortunately on lane 12, leaving the 10 pin. Let's see if she could take the 10 out. Now, I mentioned that she is the Mrs.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned that Liz is the Mrs. to the Madness. Elizabeth Criscolo is... Oh, handicap 2?
Handicap 2 is that screen and that's so you know.
Oh, and unfortunately, the Mrs. Behind the Madness did not take out a 10 pin. Let's take a...
All right, handicap 2, start handicap 2.
Okay. And now we're going to go over to handicap pair number 2 officially, and we're going to go over to area 518. And we have Mark Kloop. We got Jeremy Kloop. And we have Gabriel Criscolo. The Emperor himself. We saw him on camera. And we have on Devilz Rejects, handicap 2. We got William Lass. We got Bridget Willis. And Kevin Scott. So the important thing about handicap pairs are usually they are your foundation. All right? Hey, Gabe, I was just talking about how important it is for your handicap pair to really come and do their thing. They get pins, but they also know how to bowl. And a lot of times when scratch struggles, it seems that handicap sometimes is that cape, that superhero cape.
Yeah, handicap's important in this organization, and I've been telling some of these new teams they might want to balance them out a little bit more because I see a lot of hitters here. I see a lot of hitters across this center, so You know, that handicap pair is those handicap pairs are very important.
Yep, handicap lives matter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And, you know, all those pins, you know what? All those pins, and sometimes you need to really invest in getting people with pins as well as people who know how to put pressure.
Yeah, another thing is you got to have a good eye for people that are currently improving. If you can get somebody on your team that's getting better currently and they're on the upward trend, that is a weapon. That is a bigger weapon than a 240 average.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why a Swiss Army knife is important, because it has different ways to take you out.
Got to have all them tools, baby.
That's right. So far, how you looking? You guys are up by 21? On your pair, right?
We're up by 21 on our pair. Our other two pairs kind of put the business to them, though. So we got a pretty good bumper, but we're not going to let off the throttle.
What was the deficit right here on the second pair?
The second pair difference was like 150, 160, and the scratch pair was like
130.
Yeah, 130. So
all right,
looking good so far.
All right.
We're not done.
All right, and as you said, they're not done. Well, yeah, let me tell you something. Area 5.
170 blind.
Yeah.
170 no handicap.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Mm-hmm. And Tynell, for those who don't know and those who are not familiar with UBA, can you tell us a little bit about the point system here and how exactly that goes?
All right. Well, there's 3 pairs. There's a scratch pair and then there's 2 handicap pairs. Each pair is 10 points, the max you can win. 2 for each game and then 4 for total wood. So that's 10 points across 3 pairs, and then you get a bonus 10 points. You add up the total pinfall, adding up all 3 pairs for each team, and you get a bonus 10. So it's a total of 40-point system.
That's right. Yeah. And that's why wood is very important, not even just on your pair, but that one pair, if they get into like a big, I call it a dark night hole, it could affect all 3 pairs.
Yeah, usually you'll find in most matches, some cases you'll find a pair winning by a lot, and then usually maybe the scratch pair or whatever pair it is, and then we got 2 more pairs to try to utilize the handicap and make up for any type of deficit one pair is experiencing. So that's why, yeah, every pin is important. You know, that bonus 10 it comes a long way, and it definitely come in handy towards the end of the season when you're trying to make a playoff push.
Yeah, so you got to make sure when you eat, you don't leave no crumbs on the plate. All right. Appreciate you again, CEO Tynell Tate. And let's see what's going to go over here. Lane 13 going up right there. And Kevin Scott going up from the left. Unfortunately, leaving something on the right. Leaving the 6 pin was Kevin Scott. So, again, we're checking out handicap pair number 2. Handicap pair number 2 was the one pair to not lose by a big margin. Devilz Rejects on this pair was only down by 20. But they were down by about 160 on the middle pair, as well as 130 on the scratch pair. As the Emperor himself, Gabriel Criscolo, feeling so alive. He loves what he put together here. And as he mentioned before on the microphone, having that great blend of handicap hitters as well as heavy hitters. You want to have hitters of a variety. You want to have an assortment of weapons in your arsenal. Shout out to the Arsenal. Mark Kloot, Jeremy Kloot, and Gabriel Criscolo, again, for those are the bowlers for Area 518. And for Devilz Rejects, William Lass, Bridget Willis, and Kevin Scott. Let's see what the Big Mac himself is about to do. Big Mac going up. Big Mac on lane 13. And Big Mac carrying it like a Mack truck right there. Mark Kloot right there going and tickling the pocket, but creating a big ripple effect as he takes all 10 pins out. William Lass right now. Bill Lass, the last hole himself. Let's see if he cannot punch a hole and trips out the 4-pin, does William Lass. So William Lass definitely showing that he is going to put out every single thing until the last frame. Lass is not trying to give up anything. He's not trying to leave any of those crumbs that I talked about on the table. And, whoa, Jeremy Klutz showing you that he could be kind of an Allen wrench, if you will, an Allen key, if you will. He could throw a pretty damn good ball. He could be a good use on not only handicap but scratch as well. Might be a versatile option that Gabriel was talking about. Chris Colo right now going up. And
that looks like a 5-pin over there on lane 11. That would be a real shame if they missed a 5-pin right now on the very first match. Wouldn't that be a shame? That would be terrible. And that ball needs to know. He got it. I am Gordon Pepper, by the way. Here's Shondite.
and naturally, Gordon shows up. Not only did we almost have a 5-pin miss, but Gabe over here, he ends up not carrying. It's your fault. It's all your fault. Well, 7-pin, no problem. Hey, Gabe, you only left that because Gordon was standing here.
I didn't see him, but I guess I felt him, huh?
Yeah. You know what? Say his name and he appears. The Dark Cloud.
It's like Beetlejuice, except it's no carry, no carry, no carry.
Exactly.
Poof.
Don't say it 3 times. Hopefully it won't affect the misses behind the madness. See, you said it. And right now, Kevin Scott cannot get himself. Well, he can't get himself in a good rhythm right now. Hopefully, he's not having a back issue right now. I see he's walking back, not looking like he's feeling it, and he's in the anchor position. Kevin Scott needs to get it going, because if you get into that deep hole, it'll be very hard to climb out of. Tyno mentioned that it's a 40-point system. Devilz Rejects, they're down on all 3 pairs. All 3 pairs got swept the first game. Kevin Scott looking to sweep everything back, and unfortunately chopping off the 4-pin right there. Well, leaving the 4-7, chopping off the 2. William Lass did not like the way that came out of his hand. Might be having some thumb issues. Leaving the 6-10 was William Lass. And now let's see what's on the menu. We got the Big Mac himself. We got Mark Kloot, MC. Let's see if MC stands for Master of Carry. And it damn sure does mean Master of Carry. MC Mark Kloot right there, taking out everything, tripping out the 4-pin again. Let's see what the last hole can do. All right, William Lass up. Oh. And Lass, big L on his jersey, and that ball took a big left, a sharp left. And I believe there must be something going on with his thumb. He might want to readjust something in the thumb hole. I don't know if he uses tape. He's going to have to fix it and fix it fast. As the other Kloot, JC right there, he ripping the rack. You walked away from that. It looked like you liked it out your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it felt good? All right, so the one question here. All right, which Kloot can strike more?
Oh, me by 100%.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I could outstrike him 100%.
Oh, so basically, if you guys keep outstriking each other, it's going to look real bad for Devilz Rejects.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I feel like you guys go through this a lot.
Yes, that's Papa Kloot, I'm Little Kloot, okay?
Oh, Little Kloot strikes big. and Gabe, Chris Colo, is able to carry. He's able to carry because the Dark Cloud was not around. So right now, if if I got it correct, we are looking at potentially 279 being potentially low on this pair for this game on handicap 2. Devilz Rejects needs to do something and do something fast. I don't see them tripping on any logs, any bumps in the road. I don't see them slipping on any banana peels in the future. Not in the near future, not in this game. And can we get a trip out? Much better look right there for Kevin Scott. Kevin Scott looked like he pushed that a little further down the lane. His ball read early for the first 2 shots. That one he got further down the lane and got a better result than his first 2 shots. Let's see if he's going to be all over. And yes, he is all over his 8-pin. Gleefully cheers as he takes out the 8-pin. Hey, it looked good. I saw you cheering it on. Hey, well, it looked like it wanted to get a little grip. It didn't. And right there, Last showing that he's a good lefty too. Yep, Last. Last on the left. Yo, Last, how's the left, baby? How's the left? That's right, show him ambidextrous strikes. William Last taking out all 10, taking a little trip to the other side, if you will. So, Mark Clute, Papa Clute.
I have a lot of good girl bowlers on my team, don't I?
Oh my goodness! And you have a lot of great carry. I do. I call Papa Clute MC, the master of carry, and he's showing you exactly the art of carrying.
Well, that's that old man carry right there, man. Old man senior carry is a real thing.
So OMC?
OMC.
It doesn't mean old man Clute. It means old man carry.
Old man carry. Yeah, maybe that is next jersey.
Maybe.
That's a good idea.
Hey, you can't have more than one jersey here.
Yeah. I mean, I have like 6 or 7 different nicknames if you've noticed. So.
Yeah. Hashtag no protest.
No protest. Gabrius, you're a Thanos, Jelly Bean, Emperor. I got a couple that are a little too triggering, so I haven't gotten shirts made for them yet. But special occasions.
Who gets triggered in 2024?
Nobody in this district, I don't think.
And who can carry more than a Clute? And he's turning his back.
Oh yeah, he's being cocky today, huh?
Yeah.
Keeps on turning around, walking him out. Yo, Jeremy, do you know that was gonna be a strike? Yep.
Oh my goodness. My man Clute with a stepbrother answer. Hey, wanna go carry? Yep. Unfortunately, this is spelling big trouble for Handicap Pair 2, because right now they are cosplaying. No, they're not even cosplaying. They're throwing on their scratch pants right now. They're trying to show that we can mimic anything. And I think I may have poked the bear. And we got Gabe out here showing some agility. Gabe be nimble, Gabe be quick.
I'm going to tell you all a little bit about a hashtag I created a couple years ago called Gabe Carries Everything. And it was meant to mock the fact that I don't carry everything, but lately, I've been. So.
Well, you know what? We have a former world champion who's known for carrying the world. And I know you're in the cruiserweight division. Hopefully, down the line, maybe you guys can form a BS Carry Unholy Alliance. You and Miguel Acobo.
Ooh, we just have to find a third. I don't think that would be a problem. Yeah.
You know what?
Me and Miggy are boys too. So if you're watching this right now, let's talk, buddy.
Hey, have carry will travel.
Right.
Unfortunately, William Last right now not getting what he wants out of the pins. My advice, especially up. And all right, so MC Clute did not carry that one. Let's see if Jeremy's going to keep turning his back on strikes. Lasso all over his spare. Spares are good, but right now, hopefully he's going to Well, find something, because if it keeps looking the way it's going to look, and if Area 51 does not really feel like being philanthropic, and if they do not feel like giving anything back, it could spell big-time disaster for Devilz Rejects. And Papa Clute got a little slow on that. And good shot, good shot. All right, so we got a sub. We have a sub.
What's that?
We have a sub.
No.
Very good. And Bridget Willis taking everything out. All right, shout out to Bridget Willis right there. Looking to turn everything around. Even though, well, oh my goodness. Jeremy Clute right now just sending a message. A lot of teams might want to watch this, and they may have something to say about that. I don't know if he's going to have to be able to turn his back on a lot of teams while throwing strikes. Bridget Willis still fighting back. And now let's see what the anchor, it says it on the back of his jersey. Oh, how's the right, says Kevin Scott. He said the right side is sweet. Yo, Kev, how's the right? The right side is sweet. Tell him. And Gabe carries everything.
That was a good shot, man.
Wow, you seems like you have a lot of area, sir. You got.
I have area 518 actually.
Like you could play board 5, play board 1 and board 8.
Listen, this is my house. This is my house. Yeah. I mean, if I don't.
What did you notice? How I came by with it? That's all I gotta say.
Oh man. So Area 518, they're trying to make a major statement against Devilz Rejects. Now, it's not over, but it's getting very, 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 very far away. Extremely far away. And and right now, Clute channeling his inner Hogan right there. Yeah, Clute, you keep flexing like that, we're going to make a documentary about you on Dark Side of the Ring. And it's getting dangerous right now for Devilz Rejects, because not only are they striking, but they're not stopping. And they're striking more and more. And they're having more and more fun with each strike. And Clute said he is the big carrier of the Clutes. And JC, Jeremy Clute, is striking just cause. Because he can, and 2, because he wants to. Bridget Willis going up. Shout out to Bridget right now. Staring those strikes in the face and not backing down. Bridget going up the back of the ball and crossing over, leaving the 9 pin. I'm sorry. Leaving the 9 pin. Had to wipe my eyes a little bit. I'm getting blinded by all these strikes that the Clutes keep throwing. And let's see if the Emperor himself, the War Chief, and the main alien of Area 518, showing that not only is the grass greener, but the money is going to be greener if they keep striking like this. Aliens are green, grass is green, and so is money. And right now, every shot that you're lacing right now is looking just like that particular currency.
Yeah, it's got to stop taking a game for me to warm up, though. It really does. That's not good for brackets.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not.
Well, if you guys keep striking like this, down the line, if you guys make it to Battle Bowl, you'll be in a whole nother tax bracket, maybe bowling-wise.
Oh, we'll be there. We will be there this year.
And speaking of area, it seems that you guys have a lot of real estate, and you guys are building a great foundation, just in case any other pairs happen to slip and fall.
Yeah, we're all bowling pretty good as a team right now. If one of us is struggling, everybody else is kind of picking up the slack. As you see, my wife had a really rough first half of this game, but they got her lined up, and she's got 4 in a row now. So we're a good team, man. We bowl good together. We got really good chemistry, and that's another thing that's real important in this. Really important.
And we'll be checking her out a little later on. So we're going to call her the queen behind your carry.
That works.
That works?
That works.
All right, we'll stick with that. And unfortunately right now, it just seems that Devilz Rejects cannot get out of the blocks right now. But it is match one. That is the one solace that they can have, that it is only match one. And unfortunately right now, Kevin can't get out the gates. And last hole right now is just trying to find some kind of footing. But it is game 2, and it is frame 7. You have to put in the work, and you have to do a lot of work, and you have to start getting something going right now. Because that hole's getting pretty deep. And you know what? It seems that Kevin and William Last have worked out an arrangement. If I can't strike on my side, I'll strike on your side, and vice versa. So they got something worked out. As the master of carry, Mr. Mark Clute, showing that Jeremy Clute, before you were striking, or before you even was out here, you were still swimming when I was striking. Bridget needs to get it. And, whoa! And you know what? She may be a Devilz Reject, but she showed she had a lot of area right there on that Miss Willis right there, Bridget Willis. Yo, that's right. Show them how to use the whole lane. That's right.
The aliens are just landing. Everybody else is just in the way.
Oh, hey. And Jeremy almost got away with carrying that one. He turns his back, and he almost tripped out the world.
He's the second best dude.
So pretty much you was. I mean, to be fair, you were striking when he was still swimming.
This is true.
Oh, and that's got a hook. And like I said, Kevin has something worked out. William, I told him y'all have an arrangement worked out. You strike on his side, he strikes on your side. You know what? That strategy might work. I like it. William Last strikes. William Last strikes on the left. Kevin Scott strikes on the right. We got the Emperor right now, Chris Colo. I'm sorry, Gabe Chris Colo, GC, the general right now, getting ready to show what he can do. Gabe getting it up. And Gabe right now feeling really good, feeling really, really, really good. And he is all smiles right now, as he should be. It looks like he put together a dangerous set of aliens. Right now they're out of this world, and they are definitely flying high. They're flying really, really high. You know, I don't know if I was any other team, I might be worried about Area 518. I'm not trying to stir. You ain't worried about nothing? Oh, you speak French? Just messing with some of the other teams here, and even though they're focused on their business at hand, they're always keeping one eye on the competition. Everybody will see everybody down the line, so it's always good for them to take notes. Devil's Reject potentially looking like they could get that order, that nugget order, and they're trying to avoid getting, well, what we call here 40-pieced. You never want to get that. A couple of teams have taken 40-point losses already. Devil's Rejects is not trying to join that list. As the right there, the master of carry right there, Big Mac, Mark Clute, trying to out carry his son. They already said rather than just keep striking against Devil's Rejects, they're going to see if they're going to out carry each other. Keep in mind, this is still handicap pair number 2. Jeremy Clute. And back on track. So between Mark and Jeremy, they are the muscle behind the mind. And right now, Gabriel Criscolo right now, he has 2 great henchmen on his pair. But you know what? Bridget Willis still throwing punches, though. Unfortunately, her punches aren't connecting and not hitting like the Clutes as well as Criscolo. So they got, oh, and we got a foul. And we got a spill on lane 13. And that's going to be a dash for that. So that's definitely going to be a foul from a man, Gabe. Get up. Get up. We certainly hope Gabe is okay. Seemed like he had some footing issue over there. And it looks like he's going to definitely change something on his shoe. So the one time that Gabe doesn't strike, it's a foul. I'm confident it's going to be a spare. And let's see what the anchor does. And he tried to strike on the left. Unfortunately, he left the 7-pin on the left side. He started cheating on the left with the right. He tried to go back home, and the pocket didn't want to give it up so easy. Let's see Kevin Scott. And that ball definitely taking a trip, not getting out far enough, and did not even touch the 7-pin. So you may be saying to yourself, man, this is bad. It's not bad, because for Devil's Rejects, no matter what happens today, they get a chance to take a look at whatever happened here, reassess, and create any lineup that they feel they need to create. Maybe mix and match, move some pieces around. The great thing about situations like this is you get a chance to forecast and create a blueprint and a different battle plan for your next match, and then your match after that. They often say that it's all about sacrifice for your first couple of moves when you're playing a great game of chess. So right now, this game and these moves, not necessarily in Devil's Rejects' favor, but they can look at the numbers, look at everything, look back at who is where, and then once they shift some things around and match things up properly, there's no telling what can happen in their matches coming forward in this UBA season. That's the great thing about tour stops. It's similar to like bowling league. All right. 8 count for Gabe. He definitely changes something on his shoe, and he makes a shoe adjustment. But dare I say, no disrespect to the Devil's Rejects, they might have this game well in hand, that be Area 518. And the master of carry right there, Big Mac himself, Mark Clute. Mark Clute kicking it out.
Just because it seems like they
All right. And wow, all over that was Jeremy. And what a great way to almost close out a great game. Let's see what Bridget Willis is doing. And Bridget makes a slight adjustment. And you know what? She may not throw a fastball, but she throws a very accurate shot. And like I said, for teams like Devilz Rejects, who are struggling against a strong team, you get a chance to look back at this match, mix and match, see exactly what it is you need to do next time, and see what you can put together. Sometimes you take a recipe and you shift the ingredients and you see what you can cook next time. And Bridget gets it up and walks her spare, no problem. Now, Bridget is one of those effective tools that I would definitely love to have if I had her on my handicap pair.
They got it.
Okay. As I was just saying before about a bowler like a Bridget Willis, you may not see her throwing a lot of strikes, but you see her making a lot of spares, closing frames. That's an effective tool to have on your handicap pair. Someone who may have a lower average, but keeps the shot on the lanes. Definitely makes those key adjustments on making spares and will complement your strikes if you put her and pair her with a couple people on your team who do throw a lot of strikes. Could spell a lot of trouble for a lot of other handicap pairs. Speaking of spelling trouble, Kevin Scott right there getting the ball up the lanes, but it takes a sharp turn to the right. Ever since he tried to go back home to the left after cheating on it with the right side, it hasn't been working out. Let's see if he can make it up and bring home something nice on the spare. And you know what? That split, it took a listen, but it still wasn't hearing what he had to say. And unfortunately, that is another open frame for Devilz Rejects. But like I said, bright side, and there's always a bright side because I'm an optimist. This is only match number 1 for Devilz Rejects. It may not be a good number 1. It may not be the start you want, but it's only a start. It's all about the finish. And speaking of finish, hopefully Gabe Criscolo can finish very well on his amazing start. You saw he took a little spill, and hopefully he's okay. Oh, man. Guess what I see? William Ladd striking on the right. It seems like his side is more forgiving of betrayal than Kevin's is in terms of the left. The left did not forgive him. And that 10-pin is not being very kind to the master of carry. That would be Big Mac himself, Mark Kloot. And sharp turn to the left. And a little ray of hope in terms of not being down by more than what they already are. Kloot misses the 10 pins. And, yeah, I'm talking to Mr. Kevin Scott right now. I noticed that you're just having a little bit of struggle. Do you see anything that you may want to try? Being that you're going into the last game, got nothing to lose. So, and they say it's dangerous to fight someone who's backed in the corner and dangerous to fight someone that has nothing to lose. So right now you're just going to start pulling a Zangief, Street Fighter, just start swinging and seeing what you hit?
Yeah, I'm going to start throwing a little bit more with my hip. You know, I was kind of babying it, but I got to throw a little bit more with my hip this time. And I'm going to make it work. That first game was no fluke. This last one is going to be better than what I've been doing right now.
You know what's the best part about being down?
You can always get back up.
Yeah, and there's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
All right, brother. All right, and last, well, And we noticed that William Last was cheating on his right side, which is the first love. Went to the left, but he came back home, and the right side forgave him. I saw you went to the left and you hit the pocket. Your left side didn't forgive you. So what kind of flowers are you going to buy to the left side pocket to let them know that you was just you just stepped out just for a little bit?
Yeah, that's my side. Stop hitting me with my wet head.
Pause.
That was just I was giving him a break because he had such a bad first game, so I let him use my side.
All right,
but I'm taking it back.
All right, cool. So you gonna get your side back?
I'm gonna get my side back.
Yeah,
I need that.
Go get your baby back.
Thank you.
All right, brother. And Jeremy.
Don't walk away.
Oh no. Oh, you really wanted that one, huh? You walked away. All right. Handicap. Yeah, Jeremy, you walked away, and the pen said nah. No, the pen said this. The pen said, come here. No, don't walk away again. But, hey, nothing wrong with walking away with a 236. And Gabe go up. And look like Gabe has gotten comfortable again. Literally took a little slip and fall. And it seems like the knees are good. He's nimble. He jumps. And it looks like Gabe is okay. Gabe, thumbs up. Gabe's okay. And Bridget Willis, very good. You know what? Still trying to give Devilz Rejects something to work with. You know what? They love your side. You need to love your side more. That's right. I was just telling Kevin that he needs to love his left side a little more. Oh! A little bit of Emperor carry right there. And Miguel Acobo, if you're watching, he said that y'all are cool and y'all can form a little BS carry unholy alliance. All y'all need is a third. Get on that. And a nice finish. 169 finish for Bridget Willis. And it seems that BW will be the big winner for her pair right there. Hopefully she can keep on that same pace of 160s or better, keep closing those frames, and hopefully the two guys on her pair, that be Mr. Last himself, Last Hole, and Kevin right now, the anchor. Let's see if Kevin Scott can do these last three shots. He said he's going to give it a little more oomph.
Everybody else is just in the way. All you 718, 917s.
And 212.
212. Welcome to my house.
Hey, you know what? Not for nothing. You got a ludicrous lead out here. So, what do you think that Devilz Rejects will be able to stand up?
You know what? They're a good team. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
But right now, they're in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
It's like swimming with the sharks. As you can see, 710s are floating out there, man.
But you know what? At some point, there's different sharks in the water, and where one shark feeds, another shark may peep that and get ready to jump on top and really start feeding on that shark. You know what I mean?
You know what? We're great whites here.
Oh, yeah?
So basically, you can't eat a great white. Even if you're dolphins, we're eating you.
Well, no, I was on the I was on Eastern Parkway and plenty. The Trinities were eating shark all day out there during Labor Day, so I don't know.
But you know what? There's no one eating sharks today. Today, everyone's a tadpole.
Well, you know what? I don't want to take away from the fact that Kevin made that 7-pin. He said he was going to give it a little more mustard. I like the shot out of his hand. He even took off his mechanism right there. And you know what? I don't know why the left side is still upset.
Yeah, right, because lefties got they got that many lefties up here, yo.
I'm telling you. Well, let's see if things look a little different over here on handicap pair number 1. So before I mention the queen behind the carry, The missus behind the madness, Elizabeth Criscolo, the wife of Gabe Criscolo. And we have Brittany Stillwell as well as Jennifer Schisler representing handicap pair number 1 for Area 518. And what a great way to start. Well, it's not a start necessarily. That was frame number 2, but great way to start on camera for Liz. And bowler number 2, because we have a blind on Devil's Rejects, is Victor Clace, and we have Scott Shocker. And 6 count right there for Brittany Stillwell. All right, let's see if the Shocker could be as smooth as silk on this next shot. And let's see what he can do. Oh. And unfortunately, Stillwell leaving a little pin in the back row. And let's see what can happen with Scott Shocker. And wow. So speaking of area, I don't think he can move any more left. He played every single board and still overhooked. Scott Shocker may have to find either something smoother or just maybe, I don't know, change his hand position. Because right now, we are showing you the skill set of how to put together a skillful lineup by Gabe Criscolo, right, as Jennifer Schisler right now just strokes it up the boards and takes everything out. Now, this is something that you don't normally see also on other UBA teams. And if my eyes do not deceive me, and they're not deceiving me at all, we have a all-female pair right here, a triple vixen problem, a 3-way stomp out, and this right here creates great chemistry. As you see, they all are having fun. It's all about chemistry when you create a good lineup on any pair. And I've seen these 3 ladies in the back parking lot when they have their tailgates. Area 518, one of the best tailgating teams out there. And game 3, every single thing that they were snacking on, as well as beving on. There's those beverages are kicking in, and I can tell you from experience, the more loose these ladies get, the more dangerous they become. The missus behind the madness was spare, strike, strike. Let's see what Brittany Stillwell can do. Stillwell up. And Stillwell leaving a Pat Hollis a 2-8-10. And all over that right there was VC Jr., Victor Clace Jr. Now, it is a really, really tough thing to handle when you have a 170 blind. Oh, no. Whoa, we almost had a 5-pin miss on camera. He said a case of powder. Well, as long as he gets powder and not baby oil. But neither here nor there.
Did anybody really think I was going to miss a 5-pin here? Yes.
We'll put the poll up on UBA. And speaking of UBA all day and doing things all day, the ladies of Area 518, the lady aliens right now, they are landing hard on the heads of Devil's Rejects. They are walking it tall. They're stomping mud holes. They're walking them dry. Let's see right now what Shocker can do. Shocker's basically on lane 10. He has nowhere else to move. And I like what he did right there. Played a little wet to dry. Got the ball, released it a little early in the oil, let it roll out a little bit. And at this point, he needs to just focus on keeping pocket control and hope that they can make the best with that 170 blind. That 170 blind is without handicap as well. So those wondering, why is that so? Well, if you have someone, well, a lineup with nobody and you only have two, hell, if you only have one, for every bowler that does not show up, you must use a 170 blind without handicap. Well, shout out to everybody that taking the time to watch this again. We are out here, Sportsman Bowl, Schenectady, New York. Match 1 of the inaugural season for the Empire District here in the UBA. You're watching Area 518, 51-8 versus Devilz Rejects. Area 518, they are looking to create a sprinter's start, if you will, on the Devilz Rejects. They are trying to get a very, very large number. Dare I say 40. They are trying to get 40 points to start. And let's see if their road to greatness continues. And let's see what happens when other teams come up and try and match against Area 518. As you can see, they are a versatile team. They're a team that's deep with not only scratch bowlers, but as well as handicap bowlers, but more importantly, all know how to dance on the same beat, move on one accord. And Gabe himself said it. Gabe Criscolo said it. It's all about having all tools on all pairs. Shocker all the way up. Ooh! Yeah, that's right. Slap that one out. That went from 0, and I mean it was almost 0, to 100 really, really quick, tripping out the 7 and the 10 pin. They are definitely fighting, trying to fight their way out of a real situation that no team ever wants to find themselves in. Gotta respect Devilz Rejects here for not tapping out at any point. This is a great way to use your first match as a feeling out process for your next match. One match does not a season make. But man, a big take is a big take, and this is a huge take. And that frees up, that definitely slowed up Liz and Elizabeth Criscolo right there, showing you that the ball might have swole up and might have hung up on her hand. But she at least gets 7, and she's still working on a very, very good game. Let's see if she can stay clean all the way in frame 4, lane 12. And she's keeping the house clean right there. You don't want any kind of blemishes on the house. Now, I'm pretty sure that Devilz Rejects would love for someone to stop somewhere, but it's going to take a lot of stopping for this to actually make a difference. At this point, they're just putting up shots. They're just putting up shots in the gym. Devilz Rejects right now needs to take advantage of this situation and practice for next match. No telling who they're going to have down the line. They know who they're going to have based on their schedule, but you never know who's watching you, and you never know who Devilz Rejects may be watching. Assess your lineups, come back, live to fight another day. Miss Stillwell, Brittany Stillwell gets the ball up the lane. High through the face, leaving the 3-6-10. And VC Jr., Kleiss Jr. right there, taking out a 7-pin, no problem. I know they have to be wondering what would it be like if they did have a third bowler on this pair. Unfortunately, they only had 2. And Stillwell up. Stillwell all over her spear. Let's see. Now, it says Nemo on the back of Shocker's jersey, and he's definitely swimming past the reef. He did swim past the reef on the last shot. And Shocker swimming out and coming back home. Pocket shot for Shocker right there. And let's see what the unicorn herself, Jennifer Schisler. Great shot. And Gabe said it before. He said, and I quote, "Man, we got a lot of good female bowlers." And I wanted to tell him, you have a lot of good bowlers that also happen to be female. Bottom line is they have a lot of good bowlers. Area 518, they are trying to make a big statement. And they're gaining a lot of real estate, purchasing a lot of land early. Is 518 in this match. They're showing that we definitely have a fighting chance at Battle Bowl. And remember, there's always a chance as long as you show up. And speaking of chance, shout out to Phil Chance for all that he does, here in the UBA. Likes to stay behind the scene. He actually gave me the head shake. No. But I'm going to give him a fist bump off camera. And I'm going to give all of y'all a fist bump for checking out this match. We can't wait to come to y'all a little later on. We'll be definitely checking out some more action here in the Empire District. So you get a double dose of Empire. So hopefully you stay in an Empire state of mind as you continue to view this doubleheader on a lovely Saturday. All right. Liz up. Settling into her shot. Let's see what the queen behind the carry, the missus behind the madness can do. And the 10-pin stands up and it tries to fight. It tries to fight for Devil's Rejects, but right now it seems like today Devil's Rejects, their arms may ironically be too short to box. And, tickling in the pocket right there was Kleiss. VC Jr., Victor Kleiss Jr. And it almost holds on, but it did not live to hit a 10-pin. So Victor Kleiss Jr. and Scott Shocker, the two representatives, along with the 170 blind on handicap pair number 1 for Devil's Rejects. Scott the Shocker. And Stillwell. Stillwell getting a little bit of that carry that we was talking about. Unfortunately, if she does unholy, she wouldn't be able to do it with Gabe and Miguel. So you're going to have to get another female that can get some beautiful carry. I'm not going to call that BS carry, even though her initials are BS. And representing that Nemo name on the back of his jersey continues to swim past the reef and still continues to carry. Unfortunately, Jennifer did not carry that 7-pin. But if you notice, very steady shooting every single shot. Not many of Jennifer's shots look different. And once you can copy and paste shots like that, you always spell a problem. You can always be a problem for any other team that faces you. And when you're on the handicap pair, on any pair, It's all about quality of shots. Am I throwing good shots? Are my shots looking the same? Even if I'm not striking all the time, am I mimicking every shot and am I putting pressure on? Close frames can cause pressure. Strikes are big, but those spares mean a lot and they go a long way. They say when you save a lot in the spare jar, you can still have a lot in the end. Hey, what's going on? So, Miss Stillwell.
Yeah.
Brittany.
What?
How you feeling?
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe Area 518 is up by a lot.
A ton. Like, it's out of this world how much we're up right now.
I see what you did. Out of this world. Yeah, I know. Is the numerical amount unidentified?
It's definitely a UFO right now.
Okay. Do we have a ballpark figure of what it could be?
I think it's in the 8s.
And you don't mean 80?
Nope.
Okay. That's a big statement.
From what I just saw, it was definitely close to 8.
And you know, and no shade being thrown to Devilz Rejects. And I was just saying that you can use this match as a lot of things, as a way to maybe mix and match and see what lineups you can put together in the future, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. All right. Well, no, one thing about being down that bad is there's nowhere to go back up. And you know, I wish all the luck to Devilz Rejects in any of their upcoming matchups. You know, they showed up and they did what they could do. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And with a number a lot past 5, that's pretty impressive. Doesn't matter what team you're against or who you do it against. That means they have the potential to compete with any other team, that being Area 518. And Brittany, we just spoke to her, and now we get a chance to see her. Oh, and out of trouble. I was going to say, you're not going to call me a dark cloud. So at this point, well, we're just going through the motions in terms of them getting lined up and getting ready. But we're still going to show you what could be in the potential future for either one of these teams. And you know what? The future may seem bright for Shocker. And if he's in any kind of side action that may be, maybe he can still walk away with a little something, you know, to lighten the load, maybe something to go to the bar with, or maybe a little something for him to, you know, go to the snack bar with. As we take a look at Jennifer Schisler right here, the unicorn says so on the back of her jersey. Let's see if this next shot is magic. And all it took was a little unicorn magic on that shot. Very mixy was Miss Schisler, and she makes a ball and a surface change. You know, good bowlers do great things at times, and only thing better than the people on the lanes are the people who are not on the lanes, who can see what you can't see. And one of the people that was part of the like I say, carpet crew, definitely took a look and saw that she could use a change, and she tried a little surface change and got a little different reaction in the back. We saw right there the missus behind the madness herself, Elizabeth Criscolo, got the ball up the lanes, but unfortunately the 10-pin is staring her right in the face. Let's see who can win the staring contest, Liz or the 10-pin. And that looks a lot better, and no problem right there on that 10-pin. All right, Victor Clace Jr. and Clace may want to kick something, and I would say absolutely, because that is a bucket. That ball comes in really, really light, and it does not fight. The 2-4-5-8. And you know what? And that's, you know what? That shows that the bowling community is a strong community. They're never going to let you be down by yourself. Say you get a bucket, I get a bucket, everybody gets a bucket. And he does not pick up his bucket. He leaves the 5-pin. So let's see if we're going to have either a miss for a make, or we're going to have matching misses. Let's see what Brittany Stillwell going to do. And she kicks her bucket out. We had two buckets of chicken. One person finished their order. Other person did not. But Nemo right now is still putting up a fight. He's not giving up. Wow. He ventured out past the reef, ripped the pocket up, and unfortunately the 9-pin, it stood up and fought. And he was trying to create a great situation. He was trying to get something going for his team. And it seems that Shocker's strike died just so that Jennifer's may live. And Shocker all over his spare. Yeah. Taking a look at some of these comments right now on YouTube, and yes, 518 is a lot to come back from. It's even harder to come back from when it doesn't seem like anything is going your way. I'll just put it like that. And well, she got the hard one out the way. Showing her some of her spare shooting skills on the first shot was Elizabeth Criscolo. But the one thing, at least about hers, is that she stayed upright while doing it. Unlike Gabe. Gabe took a little spill. It shows who has the stronger legs. The legs of the relationship is definitely going to be Elizabeth. Elizabeth shows that she can hold Gabe up whenever he falls down. Yo, Liz. Hey, that's all right. You know why you had such a hard time on that shot? Because you was too busy helping him up when he took his spill. Because behind every great man is a great woman to hold him up.
That's right. That's right. She could have actually held me up off the ground when I fell, but you know.
I didn't see you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's all right. She held you up in spirit.
That's right.
And speaking of a hold up, that 8-pin just held up right there for Brittany Stillwell. So it seems that the pins are trying to find a way to lighten the load and make the deficit not as great as it was going to be against Devilz Rejects. If I can quote, I want to quote the late and great John Witherspoon, who played Pops on Friday. You win some, you lose some. Just got to live to fight another day. And there's a lot of teams that's scared to take those whippings. That's right. And great pickup, beautiful pickup right there from Miss BS herself, Brittany Stillwell. Now Shocker left a shocker of a 9-pin before. You know what? Shout out to Shocker for still fighting and not quitting. Hey, you never know. He might still be in some side action. And Shocker not quitting. Yo, Shocker. Yo, that's right. Never quit. Hey, Never quit.
Winners never quit, you know?
Yep.
Quitters never win, right?
That's right. There's something like that. And you know what? And you're bowling like you're stealing some stuff on the side. Yes, yeah. So you got to keep staying alive. So Shocker still has a pulse. And woo. And that was more than a pulse. That shot was full of life by Elizabeth Criscolo right there. Queen of Carry misses behind the madness. And oh! And you know what? Strikes sometimes have mercy, and there was a lot of mercy on that one. That was a lot of mercy. And you know what? And it looks like Brittany, as well as Clace, is in it having a game of Simon Says. She said, "Anything you can do, I can do better." There's nothing you can do. You guys are playing Simon Says. You said Simon Says leave a bucket. She left a bucket. You said Simon Says carry the world. She says, all right, I'll match that. So, you know what, maybe, you might want to just strategize your next shot.
Yeah.
Plan it out. There may be a pattern here. And Jennifer, unfortunately, leaving a 10-pin. But fortunately for Devilz Rejects. And Shocker. Oh, he said anywhere. Ambidextrous on that strike was Shocker. He says you never know what could happen the last game, at least in terms of side action. And Jennifer all over her 10-pin. Beautifully shot. All right. And that was the completion of the foundation frame. We're going into the 10th frame here on Handicap pair number 1. And Liz pushing up the leg. Oh, and burying it. And there you go. There you see Gabe right there cheering on his rock. I said she is the missus behind the madness. And she shows that she can throw strikes, especially when they count. And I've been on the pairs with her. I've been on the lanes with her. She knows how to throw a good shot. And when she starts throwing good shots, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in big trouble. It says Big Luscious right there on the back of her jersey. And she is throwing those shots right now. And the Big L, she's a part of Area 518, handing out a very big L to Devilz Rejects. Well, double and 4. I'm going to go on a limb and say she didn't need it. And Victor Clace Jr. is going to finish out potentially with a 192. I know it was definitely got to have been a hard go at it, especially when you have a blind. And like I said before, the 170 blind, you get nothing for that. It's a straight 170. So in order for you to take advantage of that, or if there's any advantage to take of that, you have to show up. It puts more pressure on you. It means that whatever you and your partner do, you have to do a lot of it. You have to strike a lot to make up for that 170 blind. Coming in with a 170 blind against a team as strong as Area 518, very hard deficit to overcome. Little Miss BS herself, Brittany Stillwell, tickle in the pocket, getting the carry. All right. All the teams giving out the high fives already. We're seeing what Nemo can do. Let's see if Nemo can keep fishing for those strikes. If he's inside action, he has potential to walk away with a little something. Another beautiful shot right there by Brittany Stillwell. Little BS is not BSing on these lanes, and neither is Area 518. And Nemos keeps swimming. And Nemo swimming fast and swimming strong. Potential 2:48 finish for Shocker. And he would love to shock himself with well, at least with something in his pocket. Nice finish right there for Brittany Stillwell. 191 finish. Good game, especially if you're throwing consistent spares with a couple doubles mixed in there. That's what makes, oh my goodness. I was going to say that's what makes any handicap pair dangerous. Your ability to close frames. And throw it like that. And Jennifer definitely throwing it like that, showing why she is definitely anchoring this pair. Key shot making being showed and displayed right there by Jennifer Schisler. Unfortunately, leaving the 10-pin was Nemo himself, Scott Shocker. And that 10-pin was certainly a shocker. Did not expect to leave that. Oh, flexing on him is the anchor herself, Jennifer Schisler. Yep. Unfortunately today, Devilz Rejects on the losing end and taking a really big hit. If I'm anybody watching this, do not think that anything is sweet, because any team that goes through this big loss, once they go back to the drawing board, you don't want to be a part of what they draw up. But great opportunity for them to get out and be a part of the very first matchup of the Empire District, the inaugural season of the Empire District. Area 518, a very, very, very big showing. A win, I dare I say, close to the thousands. And before we leave, y'all, we will take one more look at handicap pair number 2. And let's see if the anchor has found something on the left side. His score has definitely improved. Let's see if the anchor right now made up with his baby on the left side. Let's see if he's graduated from the couch. Yes, he's graduated from the couch. Yes, she let him back in the house. She let him back in the house. All right, Kevin Scott. And Gabe did a lot of jumping. Let's see if his legs still work to strike. Okay, the knee still work. I was gonna say, thank goodness the legs still work from all that jumping he was doing. But he was jumping for a good reason. I saw. I was like, he was doing a lot of squats. He was doing a lot. Yep, right there. It's jump.
It's a good thing he works out 5 days a week.
That's right. Hey. Oh, it's every day is leg day. Oh, and right there, William Lass. Lass going into the 10th frame. Looking to hopefully end it on a high note. Oh, man. And 10-pin lead for Big Mac. For Mark Kloot. Man, so how's everything?
Everything's excellent. It is excellent.
So I'm definitely talking with one of the members of Area 518. Tell us who you are real quick.
My name is Don Harrington, and I'm here because there's no regionals this weekend.
And you know what? And you're here supporting. I would say,
Absolutely.
Strongest crew is a crew that has a good carpet crew, and support is always big. And
guys are good. Guys are great. We really hang together very, 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 very well. Work well together as a team. We talk.
I would certainly say so.
Yeah.
And especially when you're beating teams by, let's just say, more than 500 pins.
It's not, those are not overly fun because you don't really feel great about it in terms of,
Because you guys have hearts.
Yeah,
There's teams who don't.
Yeah, I know. I understand. But you don't want to annihilate people, and I don't think they were. They're having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Next match should be more fun.
Now,
we're bowling the Kingpin guys.
Yeah, so now if any team start talking a certain way, and if they talk a little spicy, I don't mind peppering them up a little bit.
You got to do what you got to do. For me, I'm the old crafty veteran. So for me, I just talk with my bowling ball.
Hey, a lot of times, it's a great thing to talk to your equipment when it actually listens.
Sometimes it does.
Well,
it's all right.
Well, you guys, I've been against you guys when we were in this division. You guys are a great team. I have the pleasure of still having a tattoo on my behind, thanks to Liz Culkin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, she tattoos quite a few people. She has her own little tattoo.
She's quite the artist.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're going to start calling her Liz Inc. And speaking of leaving your mark on something, I'm confident that you guys are going to leave a very big mark on not only your division, but with the opportunity being created with the divisions being split, I feel like we're going to see a lot of you guys up in the Delaware area. Battle Bowl.
We have some extremely good bowlers who are on our team. Some very, very, very good bowlers. Guys who are joining this year who are extremely talented. Very, very good. Some of the best in the East, really. Guys, yeah. Ryan Galley, Nick Wells, those two guys are pretty good. So, I like our team. We have a number of. We have some handicap bowlers that can go and travel and bowl really well, which you need sometimes. You definitely need some handicap. But the scratch bowlers we have, I mean, we're pretty unmatched on that in this division for sure, no doubt.
Definitely agreed. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
And it's always a pleasure to get a chance to experience you guys on the lanes. Area 518.
We want to win this year. How about that?
Oh, y'all want that?
We want to win. Yeah.
So y'all want to reach out and grab that?
We want to win. Yeah. This year, the first year, I mean, we struggled sometimes getting guys to travel down to the south. I mean, we would come with 7, 8 guys sometimes, and that's disappointing. This year, we're not going to have that problem, and we're going to come strong. So it should be good.
Well, I think it's definitely time to start booking those trips early, in my opinion.
Yeah. No. I've already got rooms. I'm set.
All right, there you go. All right, thanks for your time, brother. So as we finish up 10th frame, and Gabe is going to close out with his spare, and hopefully get a strike on one last strike on camera, strike for the road, if you will. Definitely want to thank everyone for taking the time to check this out. It was definitely amazing, and I definitely want to ask one more great bowler one more thing. And Gabe with the 8 count. That's all right. Either way, a great. How ironic. He leaves an 8 on his last shot. And, 8 rhymes with one thing that you are, and that is great. So I'm talking with the amazingly talented Liz Culkin. That's a lot of pins you guys put on them.
Yeah, that was a hell of a start for us. We really did put it to them, and that's the kind of start you want for us. We're coming into a new division. We've gotten some smack talked about us, so we're going to an easier division, this and that. But that's not what it's about. We're trying to expand the U.B.A. and to come out here and kind of make a statement. That's awesome. You know what I mean?
Someone was talking to y'all?
A little bit.
No names?
No names. No names. No names. Just I think collectively, I've heard that people kind of thought we were going to a division that maybe was softer. But honestly, that's not what it was about. It was about us expanding the UBA, and what Gabe's done for the Empire Division is awesome for the UBA. So it's exciting.
I mean, well, everybody thinks things are sweet until they get sour real quick. Right. And if you don't know, all you got to do is look behind me.
You'll find out in the UBA when things get sour. You know what I mean?
And taking your time out the schedule, to be a part of this. And what's it like bowling tour stops versus what you normally partake in, which is the PWBA tour?
This is a whole different level. I remember my first event bowling UBA. I was kind of like, oh, all right, nobody holds back just because I'm a pro. You know what I mean? If anything, it's harder. So I really like it. The UBA is unlike no other, in my opinion, that I've bowled. The camaraderie with your team and also everybody else, meeting new people. So I love it. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. It's a different culture over here. It hits different. But, speaking of hitting different, you guys hit them different, and we look forward to seeing how you guys hit, because I know you guys hit heavy. And I'm looking to see what happens when we start moving into the future, because I feel like we're going to see a lot of y'all in the future in, well, dare I say, in the area of not only Battle Bowl, but Delaware.
That's right.
All right. That's the goal. And the goal is to also put together a great unholy team.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, they got to stop having Battle Bowl during the PWBA season, because I'll never be able to make it. It's a bummer, but we'll figure something out.
All things are possible. And thank you so much for your time. Area 51-8 all day, every day. And it's... I say 51. Fine, I'll say it right. Area 518, as well as UBA all day. Schenectady, inaugural Empire State District. I say it's an Empire State of mind. Hey, Empire all day. Empire on fire.